Now starting off, we have Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea announced her engagement to basketball player Nick Young in 2015, but Nick cheated on her multiple times. His first bout of infidelity was when a friend of his recorded a video of him cheating, which he denied, and then he and Iggy continued their relationship. They reconciled, but they broke off their engagement later because she caught him on security cameras bringing other women into their home. Now after this was announced, Nick's high school sweetheart, Keona Green, announced that she was 22 weeks pregnant with his child, so he got back together with her and they are currently engaged. Now Iggy got the last laugh though, as in an appearance on Watch What Happens Live, she told Andy Cohen what she did to work through the pain, burning all of his things. "I burnt it all, darling. Every single designer you could think of, I've burned," she said. Now initially she tried to destroy his haute couture by tossing it in a nearby swimming pool, but it seemed like that didn't work. That's when she moved on to the impromptu bonfire. "I texted him a video and I was like, hey, I'm burning your I don't know where you're at, probably with some girl. I hope you get home quickly because we're progressing on the spectrum of cheap to expensive." Now this is honestly iconic and all I gotta say is good for Iggy. Then there's Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish wrote in her memoir, The Last Black Unicorn, of a time she once pooped in her ex-boyfriend's favorite pair of Jordan sneakers after learning that he'd be unfaithful. She said, "I ate a lot of corn, a lot, and I didn't chew it so well," she said. Now the messy story continues that right after he put them on unaware, she let him know that he just stepped in all the he put her through. Now thinking back on the moment, she said, "I know I'm crazy," giggling while promising it's a true story. She added, "I always try to think of ways to get revenge without going to jail." Yeah, that is absolutely insane and I cannot imagine what his reaction was. Moving on to Tori Woodward. Tori Woodward is an Instagram influencer who started dating Alex Powell, one half of the duo The Chainsmokers. Now they started dating in 2014, but their relationship came to an end in 2018 when Tori found out he was cheating on her, and then she exposed him. The pictures of Alex's apparent infidelity were captured by CCTV at a residential location and posted to Tori's Instagram stories. "Alex is disgusting, men are trash, don't ever forget it," Tori captioned one of the surveillance shots. "They'll look you in the eyes and tell you they love you, then destroy you without a second thought," she captioned another snap, which appeared to show Alex kissing an unknown woman outside the front door. When speaking about the breakup, he said, "She deserves the best, I wish nothing but the best for her, she deserves a better guy than me, I've been miserable." Now when asked what he learned from the breakup, he responded, "Be a better person and take care of those who love you." Now let's talk about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj and Safari Samuels dated for 6 years after getting together in March 2002. Now they were engaged in October 2008 but later separated in August 2014. TMZ reported that Nicki and her ex-boyfriend had such a bad fight over the summer of 2014 that things got crazy very quickly. The report claims Nicki and Safari got into a nasty argument that continued to escalate. Now once Nicki had enough, she allegedly grabbed a baseball bat and used it to chase Safari out of the house, and outside Nicki allegedly used the bat to beat his 2012 Mercedes. Now the police were called to the house, but thankfully no one was arrested. Now it turns out that Nicki was the owner of the Mercedes and that Safari was just allowed to drive it while they were together. But during this same fight, Nicki also removed all of Safari's clothes from her home and threw them in the trash. Safe to say, she was really angry. Now we have Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is a singer-songwriter who has sold over 200 million records globally and is one of the most best-selling musicians in history. Now, Taylor is an artist and she draws from real events that have happened in her life. Therefore, if you do her dirty, she'll pretty much write a song about you. Now some of these are subtle, like a song about Joe Jonas called Mr. Perfectly Fine, but just because the song was low-key, that doesn't mean she won't call you out. In 2008, while on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Taylor said, "Someday, when I find that person that's right for me, he'll be wonderful, and when I look at that person, I'm not even going to be able to remember the boy who broke up with me over the phone in 25 seconds when I was 18. Now she said that referring to Joe, which ouch. Now some of her songs are not so subtle, like Dear John about her ex John Mayer, and it's important to note that Taylor was 19 and John was 32 when they dated. Now the lyrics of the song include, "Dear John, I see it all now that you're gone. Don't you think 19 is too young to be played by your dark dark twisted games when I loved you so I should have known. Safe to say, if you do Taylor dirty, she'll let the world know through her music. There's Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was the 42nd president of the United States from 1993 to 2001, but in the 90s, Clinton was accused of being in a relationship with Monica Lewinsky, an intern at the White House, who was hired during Clinton's first term in 1995. Now, Clinton had been married to his wife Hillary since 1975, but he denied that he was having an affair. During a televised statement, the president denied having a sexual relationship with her, stating, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky." Afterwards, though, Monica confided in Linda Tripp, her co-worker, about the relationship and how it was true. It was then brought to light that Bill's and Monica's sexual relationship lasted between 1995 and 1997. Bill then finally admitted that he had a relationship with her, stating, "I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. It constituted a critical lapse in judgment and a personal failure on my part for which I am solely and completely responsible. I know that my public comments and my silence about this matter gave a false impression. I misled people, including even my wife. I deeply regret that." Now, this ultimately ruined his reputation and Monica's. Moving on to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner first met on the set of the 2000 movie Pearl Harbor, but were in separate relationships at the time. Ben was engaged to Jennifer Lopez, and they were supposed to be married in 2003, but in 2004 they called off their engagement. Jennifer was married to Scott Foley for 4 years, who she divorced in 2003. Ben and Jen then started a relationship and got married in 2005 and had 3 children, and likely had a perfect family, until their nanny, Christine Ozozian, claimed that she and Ben had an affair. In 2015, sources told Page 6, amid reports of Ben's gambling and alleged cheating with other women, that the pair had drifted apart and had been in professional therapy for years. Now, their split was announced a day after their 10th wedding anniversary, and they finalized their divorce in 2018, but remain on good terms. In a conversation with Vanity Fair, Jennifer had confirmed Ben's affair with the nanny, as she said, "Let me just tell you something, we had been separated for months before I ever heard about the nanny. She had nothing to do with our decision to divorce. She was not a part of the equation." Now we have Kristen Stewart. In 2012, photos of Kristen Stewart kissing Rupert Sanders, the director of her movie Snow White and the Huntsman, were released, and they caused a frenzy. Now, at the time, she was famously in a relationship with her Twilight co-star Robert Pattinson, while Rupert was married to his wife since 2002, model Liberty Ross. Now, after the photos were released, both Kristen and Rupert released their own statements. Kristen said, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm sorry." But ultimately, she and Robert broke up in May of 2013. Now, Rupert's statement said, "I'm utterly distraught about the pain I've caused my family. My beautiful wife and heavenly children are all I have in this world. I love them with all my heart. I'm praying we can get through this together." But after this, his wife filed for divorce 6 months later. Next is Jesse James. Jesse James was caught cheating on his wife, Sandra Bullock. They got married in 2005, but when it was uncovered that Jesse had been cheating on Sandra for a long time with multiple women, he became, by his own admission, the most hated man in the world. Now, In Touch magazine revealed the intimate details of Jesse's affair with model Michelle Bombshell McGee in March of 2010. Later, 2 other women, Melissa Smith and photographer Bridget DeGur, also claimed to have had romantic entanglements with Jesse during his marriage. Jesse said, "Yeah, I did cheat on my wife. Yeah, I stood up and took accountability for it and apologized, and that's the end of the story." Now, he eventually checked into rehab for a love addiction, and Sandra swiftly filed for divorce. Now, they were in the process of adopting a child together, but Sandra chose to continue the adoption process of her son Louis without James, and 7 years later, James said that he had no regrets. And finally, we have Jada Pinkett Smith. The actress Jada Pinkett Smith admitted on Red Table Talk that she had an entanglement with R&B singer August Alsina during her marriage to Will Smith, although they were separated at the time. Now, though the Smiths wouldn't call it a scandal, the rest of the world was shocked when August spoke out about a relationship he had with Jada Pinkett Smith during an interview in June 2020. He said, "I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really deeply love and have a ton of love for her." Now, he went on to claim that Will knew about the relationship and even gave August and Jada his blessing. Now, naturally, people were shocked, as the Smiths are one of the longest lasting and famous famous Hollywood couples in recent history. Now first, the couple issued a quick statement denying the relationship, but Jada then announced on her Twitter that she was taking herself to the red table. In July 2020, the Smiths sat down at the red table and discussed their relationship. They spoke about a dark period in their marriage where they thought they were going to separate and never speak again. Now that's when Jada and August began their relationship, or what she originally called an entanglement. Will denied giving August permission, but did know that the two were seeing each other. However, their relationship came to an end once she and Will decided to try and work things out, which they did.
And at number 10, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was on top of the world until a massive cheating scandal derailed his entire career. In 2009, he became a billionaire, but in the same year, everything changed after his wife, Elin Nordegren, learned that Tyler had been cheating on her for years. It started when the tabloids exposed that he was having an affair with a nightclub manager named Rachel Yuchatel. Then a few days after that, he crashed his car in front of his mansion. It was rumored that his wife chased him out of their house. After all this was revealed, countless more women came forward, revealing they had also cheated with Tiger. Tiger addressed everything in a statement saying, quote, "I was unfaithful. I had affairs and I cheated. What I did was unacceptable. I hurt my wife, my kids, my mother, my wife's family, my friends, my foundation, and kids around the world who admired me." Then in 2010, the couple got a divorce, and Tiger's golf performance tanked for years after. And at number 9, Ashton Kutcher. While Ashton Kutcher was married to Demi Moore, he was caught red-handed cheating on her. This all went down in 2011 when paparazzi photos exposed that Ashton was partying with a 22-year-old blonde girl in his bedroom at the Hard Rock Hotel in San Diego. Things were made even worse by the fact that the photos were leaked right before him and Demi's 6-year anniversary together. The craziest part of the story is that Demi actually knew who the other woman was and explained the meeting in a memoir. Apparently their whole family was at a bowling alley when Ashton went to change his shoes. The girl then gave Ashton her number on a napkin. Apparently Ashton actually showed her the number that night, and they joked about how funny that it was. Ashton made it seem like she had nothing to worry about, but sadly that was not true, and Ashton did get into contact with this girl. They divorced shortly after. And at number 8, Justin Timberlake. I could probably make an entire list on just Justin Timberlake's cheating, because he's been caught a number of times doing scandalous things with other women. The most recent incident of Timberlake getting caught red-handed took place in 2019. While married to Jessica Biel, photos were leaked showing him getting handsy with his co-star at the time, Alicia Wainwright. The pictures were taken in New Orleans while they were filming, when they all decided to go out on their night off. They went to a local bar, and in the pictures you can see him holding her hand, her putting her hand on his leg, and all around just super flirty stuff. Fans also pointed out that Justin also wasn't wearing his wedding ring. For obvious reasons, this started a huge cheating rumor mill, but Justin released a public statement saying that nothing happened further than what everyone saw in the photos. Yeah, right. Jessica decided to stay with him and work through things. Halfway number 5, Ryan Garcia. Ryan was not only caught cheating on his fiancée, he was caught on camera. A paparazzi video showed Ryan and Mally Trevejo making out outside of a restaurant, and things got nasty when his pregnant fiancée, who he already shared one child with, called out both of them online. His fiancée posted on her Instagram that she was away visiting her family and thought Ryan was training, but sadly he was out cheating. After this, Malu made her own apology video saying that she knew that he had a kid, but she didn't know that he was engaged or had another baby on the way. And as a last-ditch effort to save his reputation, Ryan made his own statement on Instagram, writing that him and his fiancée Andrea were not engaged at the time, but they were still together and he was caught up in the moment. And at number 4, Kristen Stewart. This cheating scandal not only broke up a relationship, but it destroyed the fantasy that was created over the course of the massive film franchise Twilight. Back in 2011, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson were dating, and everyone thought they would end up married because of their on-screen love story. But that all changed when a paparazzi video showed Kristen making out with her director from the movie Snow White and the Huntsman, who was married. He was 41 years old at the time and Kristen was only 22. The Twilight fandom was devastated, even more so when Rob and Kristen split following the cheating. One part of me was devastated back in the day, but Kristen also looked like she was in pain like every time they kissed, so I mean, not so much of a long shot that they would break up. And at number 3, Dixie D'Amelio. Griffin and Dixie were the hot new TikTok couple after they started publicly dating, but that changed pretty fast when it was revealed that Griffin was cheating. Dixie did not take it lying down and decided to make a savage TikTok video exposing all the receipts. In the short video, viewers see snippets of tons of flirty conversations Griffin had with other girls, where he made his intentions very clear. One of these Snapchats shows Griffin clearly saying that he's single, as well as others when he's talking about flying girls out to LA to see them, and is clearly talking about hooking up with them. Then Dixie shows the super super lengthy text message that he sent to her apologizing for the cheating, with the message reading in part that he knows he was wrong and hurt her, but he still cares about her. Thankfully, she didn't accept the BS and dumped him immediately. And at number 2, Hugh Grant. This might be the worst case of cheating because not only was it unethical, the cheating was also illegal too. This took place back in 2005 while Grant was with Elizabeth Hurley. Hugh Grant was arrested after police discovered that he was getting intimate with a woman he paid $60 to. This is one of those cases where the news of the act would have made headlines even if he wasn't cheating with another huge actor. But despite the fact that he cheated, she stayed with him for 5 years after that, but they eventually broke up down the road. Thankfully, she's been able to move on from it and has a great sense of humor. Apparently, the former couple are actually even still close to this day. And finally, number 1, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is another cheating scandal that broke the internet because it was something straight out of a movie. Many years after it happened, it was exposed that Arnold cheated on his wife, Maria Shriver, with their housekeeper. Even worse, she got pregnant after the affair and had a child that Arnold kept hidden from his family. The affair was kept on the low until 2011 when the LA Times uncovered the story. Apparently, the affair was revealed in couples therapy. Maria was suspicious and Arnold fessed up to it. Apparently, Maria was suspicious about their relationship after he met the housekeeper's son and he looked identical to Arnold. Arnold also issued an apology to his wife and children when the news broke out, saying that he was, quote, truly sorry for what happened with the housekeeper named Mildred. Arnold and Maria divorced shortly after this news. Arnold reportedly knew about the child named Joseph Baena and even financially supported him without Maria knowing. And at number 10, Robert Kardashian. While Kris Jenner was married to Rob Kardashian, she was caught having an affair with a friend named Todd Waterman. Robert knew this at the time of their divorce many years ago, but Kris didn't reveal her infidelity to the world until she released her memoir in 2011 called Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian. In the book, she kept the name of the man private and called him Ryan, but the man was later identified as Waterman. Kris later revealed that the biggest mistake in her life was divorcing Rob. Todd also regrets his part in the affair. Waterman told the Daily Mail in 2012, quote, "There's several things I regret and it's definitely the pain that it caused Robert and the children specifically. I think it affected Courtney the most. I know she was definitely affected and I always felt bad about that." And at number 9, Will Smith. Will and Jada Smith are the ultimate Hollywood power couple, but even they have problems. While they were going through a rough patch, Jada started an entanglement with another man. Apparently, Will had known about this relationship since it happened, but the world found out when the man that Jada cheated with, named Alcina, revealed it to the world. He said, quote, "I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her." Speaking about Jada, Alcina claimed that Will knew about the relationship and gave them his blessing. At first, Jada denied the claims, but later decided to speak about it on the Red Table Talk. On the show, Jada said there was a point in time that her and Will were thinking of separating. At this point, she started this relationship, but in the end, Will and Jada ended up back together. And at number 8, Regina Lasko. David Letterman admitted to cheating on his wife in front of the entire world. In 2009, Letterman got on television and told his unsuspecting viewers that he was being blackmailed. Apparently, this person knew that Letterman was cheating on his wife with his coworkers and wanted $2 million to keep the secret to himself. Instead of giving in, Letterman admitted it to the whole world. At the time of the cheating, Letterman had been married to his wife for 6 months, but they were together for 20 years prior. It was later revealed the blackmailer was a producer on Letterman's show, and the woman Letterman was cheating with was dating this producer. And at number 7, Beyonce. Beyonce and Jay-Z are an incredibly private couple, but their darkest secret was exposed to the world when Beyonce released her album Lemonade, which told the story of her husband cheating. One song referenced a woman named Becky with the good hair, which caused tons of speculation about who this person was. A woman who worked with Jay-Z named Rachel Roy was first thought to be the woman, but she denied it. Then in 2017, Jay-Z released his album 444, which confirmed that he cheated. In this album, he apologized to Beyonce and their children for his mistake. He also spoke about the mistake in an interview later. And at number 6, Emma Thompson. Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson married in 1989 and worked together on various projects throughout their marriage. At one point, rumors started swirling that Kenneth might be cheating with his Mary Shelley's Frankenstein co-star, Helena Bonham Carter. The details of the affair were not spoken of publicly, but in a 2013 interview, Thompson confirmed there was an affair. She also added she'd made peace with Helena. In 2018, Thompson told The Telegraph that one of the most famous scenes from Love Actually, where she found the necklace, was based on reality. At that time, she just learned of the affair and used her emotion for that scene. She said, quote, "I had my heart very badly broken by Ken, so I knew what it was like to find the necklace that wasn't meant for me. I've had so much bloody practice crying in a bedroom than having to go out and be cheerful, gathering up the pieces of my heart and putting them in a drawer." Halfway number 5, Sandra Bullock. The marriage between Jesse James and Sandra Bullock went down in flames due to infidelity, caused by Jesse's insecurity over their relationship. The couple first started dating in 2003 and got married in 2005. But after only 5 years of marriage, they split in 2010, and it was exposed that Jesse had been cheating with multiple women. After the split, Jesse said the hardest thing was not being able to be with their adopted child Louis, who Bullock adopted without James. Following the cheating, Bullock filed for divorce, and Jesse James became the most hated man in America. At one point, he even tried to downplay the cheating to the public, which got him even more hate. And at number 4, Tori Spelling. The old saying goes, how you get him is how you lose him. And that was proven in this relationship. While Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott were dating other people, they started cheating on their partners with each other. Eventually, Dean and Tori started dating and even got married. But then years later, rumors started to swirl that Dean was cheating on Tori. Dean actually admitted to it and even checked himself into rehab. The whole thing was shared on the couple's TV show, so viewers got to see exactly what was happening. The pair managed to work through it all and are still married today. And at number 3, Brandi Glanville. This one's a bit of a mess with a lot of cheating involved. At one point in time, Brandi Glanville and Eddie Cibrian were married, and Leanne Rimes was married to Sean Sherman. But then Leanne and Eddie started cheating together, and it turned into a huge mess. The affair was a main storyline on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, along with Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules star Sheena Shea was also involved in this drama because she was also cheating with Eddie, while Eddie was with both Leanne Rimes and Brandi Glanville. Eddie must have been very busy during this time. There's somewhat of a happy ending. Leanne Rimes and Eddie Cibrian got married and are still together to this day. And at number 2, Iggy Azalea. The messy split all started with a prank war, if you can believe it. The Lakers were caught up in a prank war, and in the midst of that war, Nick Young revealed he was cheating on Iggy. The whole thing was even caught on tape. Apparently behind closed doors, Nick Young and Iggy worked it out, and he managed to convince her that it was all a lie, which she decided to believe, and they kept dating. But then security cameras caught Young in the act, and Iggy saw him bringing girls into their home. To add insult to injury, it came out that Young was even expecting a baby with his ex-girlfriend, Kiana Green, which was conceived while he and Iggy were together. Iggy ended up dumping him on Twitter. And finally, number 1, Sienna Miller. Jude Law and Sienna Miller were one of Hollywood's hottest couples, until they were caught up in a cheating scandal. Even worse, Jude Law cheated with the nanny. The couple was engaged for 8 months when the nanny claimed that she and Jude Law were having an affair. Jude Law ended up admitting to the cheating and apologized to Sienna in an open letter. He said in part, quote, "There is no defense for my actions, which I sincerely regret, and I ask that you respect our privacy at this very difficult time." The pair stayed together for a few years, but they split for good in 2011.
Number 10, Tom Sandoval. Vanderpump Rules stars Tom Sandoval made headlines when accusations that he cheated on his longtime girlfriend Ariana Madix with their co-star Raquel Levy. Well, news of the Tom Tom restaurant co-owner's affair with Levy's broke on March 3rd. Sources told People that the affair had been going on for 6 months, leaving Madix blindsided and devastated by the revelation. In a clip from season 10's finale of Vanderpump Rules, Madix explained to friends Katie Maloney and Shani Shea how she found out about her boyfriend of 9 years, Sandoval, cheating on her with their co-star, while also revealing that the affair had been going on for several months rather than 6. Sandoval and Lee have respectively issued statements acknowledging the allegations. Within the week the cheating news broke. Both have opened up on the months-long affair and have apologized since. Number 9, Ariana Grande. The pop star is set to star in a film adaptation of the Broadway hit Wicked, following the story of the Wicked Witch before the events of The Wizard of Oz. Ariana Grande plays Glinda the Good, and Ethan Slater is Buck, the main love interest of the Wicked Witch. It's ironic that Ariana is the Good Witch though, as she appears to have stolen another woman's man. Ethan was married to a woman named Lily J since 2018, and they actually welcomed their first child in 2022. Apparently, Ariana and Ethan fell in love on set of Wicked and started dating behind the scenes. However, an on-set insider shared that information with Slater's wife, who was, furious. While the couple have agreed to raise their child as co-parents, Ethan officially filed for a divorce in July of this year and is still with Ariana so far as we know. Number 8, Natalie Portman. After 11 years of marriage, it was recently announced that Thor: Love and Thunder star Natalie Portman and her husband, Benjamin Millipede, will be separating following a very public and messy affair on Ben's part. Ben, who I assume is named after a kid's cartoon, was spotted with a 25-year-old climate activist. While Portman was mad, she initially tried to work things out with Ben in an attempt to save their marriage, but the affair put a massive strain on the relationship. The couple had met on the set of the 2009 drama Black Swan, with Ben acting as a scriptwriter for the project. While the affair has shaken their relationship, when asked about the issues, by US Weekly, he said that he shares her pain and that he is still working on a new script for her. So they still work together professionally, but emotionally, they've checked out. Number 7, MGK. When the couple, who announced their engagement last January, sparked rumors of a split after 3 years together, Megan posted a series of pictures on Instagram with a pointed caption from Beyonce's Lemonade album, which, if you didn't know, is all about infidelity. On top of this, she deleted every trace of MGK from her Instagram page and unfollowed him. In fact, she raised eyebrows by unfollowing everyone except for Harry Styles, Timothée Chalamet, and notably MGK's long-standing nemesis, Eminem. It wasn't surprising that Megan's usual behavior prompted people to speculate that herself and MGK might have called it quits after he was found cheating. Megan topped off the weekend's events by proceeding to deactivate her entire Instagram account. By February 13th, a source informed people that the two had not called things off, but claimed that Megan had apparently gone as far as removing her engagement ring, which, FYI, is specifically designed to cause pain when she does that. Apparently the band has little spikes on it that jam into her finger if she pulls it off. That's fun. The final reports claimed that they had gotten into a spat, but that it got blown out of proportion. Megan publicly defended MGK's guitarist Sophie Lloyd online, who was the alleged mistress in the situation. But there seems to be no proof that anything ever took place, and the couple are currently working through their issues, and things seem to have turned around for the better. Number 6, Steve Harvey. Steve was trending on Twitter for quite a while thanks to a couple of situations, one that actually happened and one that never happened. He seemingly fired his social media manager over a negative tweet regarding comedians and is now having to hear rumors about his wife Marjorie Bridges cheating on him. Harvey, who is 66, shared a video suggesting that he fired his social media manager after they posted a tweet urging followers to name a comedian that does not make them laugh. Steve posted a video explaining the situation and claimed that wasn't his style and it wasn't gonna happen again. The morning following that post, rumors started circulating that his wife Marjorie is seeking a divorce. According to the internet, she was caught having an affair with the chief and bodyguard. But fun fact, that didn't happen, and the internet just really wanted Steve to have been cheated on for some reason when he is one of the best people on the planet who constantly shares his past with people to inspire and give hope. So, Steve, if you're somehow watching this, first of all, why? Second of all, you are a legend and 100% no cheating in your life. So, sorry if you hoped for more.
Number 5, Niall Horan and Haley Steinfeld. When rumors first started swirling online claiming that Niall Horan and Haley Steinfeld were dating back in February of 2018, just after they were spotted getting pretty cozy at a Backstreet Boys concert, when they were finally photographed sharing a kiss in August of 2018, fans of the couple would finally get the confirmation they were waiting for, and the couple was in fact dating. But unfortunately, the two would have to call it quits in December of that year, and after they went their separate ways, it definitely didn't seem like they ended on the best of terms. As later, Haley would even come out seemingly to shade the pop star multiple times on her Instagram stories when she released her song Wrong Direction in January of 2020. She even went on to allege that her relationship with Niall ended because he cheated on her. When she sang in her song, "Looking back, I probably should have known, but I just wanted to believe that you were out sleeping alone. Love me with your worst intentions, didn't even stop to question. Every time you burn me down, don't know how, for a moment, it felt like heaven. Love me with your worst intentions, painted us a happy ending." Haley was definitely in her feels, but hey, at least she was able to write a fire song about it. Number 4, Tana Mongeau and Brad Souza. Tana Mongeau and Brad Souza first made things official back in December of 2018, and after they started to post a ton of PDA snaps together. But in April of 2019, Tana revealed that they had split after Tana caught Brad sending another girl some pretty flirty DMs. Tana would then reveal everything that happened in the YouTube video when she said, "A lot of crazy things happened at Coachella, and during it all, I wound up finding out a lot of really effed up stuff. I woke up the next day expecting to have like a private breakup, and I got online to see a bunch of screenshots of girls saying and showing a lot of stuff. Some of it fake, some of it not, going really viral about Brad." In his own words, Brad would also confirm that all the allegations in Tana's videos were true when he said, "What happened in her videos is true. There was a little bit of over-exaggeration to some of it, but what she said was going on is what I've done. I mean, I don't blame her for speaking her mind and her truth and her heat." Brad then went on to claim that he never physically physically cheated on Tana, but he did admit he was sending inappropriate messages to other girls when he said he was under the influence, and regardless of the situation, when he realized what he did was wrong, he wished he could take it all back because no one ever gave him what Tana was really giving him. Number 3. Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan. Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan made their first red carpet debut as a couple in 2018 at the MTV Video Music Awards in August of 2018, and they would shock their fans after they split just 1 month later. After their breakup didn't exactly end well, with both stars accusing each other of cheating on their social media accounts, Lil Xan first took to his Instagram account to say, "I feel like I'm probably being cheated on. I broke up with her because she was all over another dude." Noah later then came out to shut down all the rumors when she decided to write her own post on what truly happened after she took to her Instagram to say, "The truth is, I haven't seen him in almost a week. Every time we try to hang out, something always got in the way. I then saw a picture of a girl on a court in his story at 2 a.m. When I FaceTimed him later on, I noticed a hickey. He told me it was just a bruise. I decided to give him the benefit of a doubt and ignored it." Cheaters like to accuse their partners of cheating to make themselves feel less guilty, which is the truth. This isn't the first time this has happened to me, and I'm being forced to deal with some crazy allegations when I'm not even sure where this all came from. The singer then went on to call the rapper by his real name, Diego, when she said, "I've been there for you during your dark times, Diego. When you felt alone, like no one was there for you, I was. If this is your way of breaking up with me and breaking my heart along with it, then you've succeeded." Number 2. Charli D'Amelio and Chase Hudson. When Chase Hudson was accused of cheating on Charli in March of 2020, just 2 months after they were speculated to be dating, Josh Richards' diss track called Still Softish would spark the cheating rumors and accuse Chase of his infidelity. With the two publicly splitting in April of 2020, the relationship rumors would start to make headlines shortly after. Fast forward to July 2020, Charli would then accuse Chase of cheating on her, and in August 2020 on Twitter, when she posted a now deleted tweet saying, "I hope she was worth it." In response, Chase would then take to his own social media in a since deleted post to say, "All of this drama is going on because I kissed Nessa when we were both single." Charli then quoted his tweet with his post with a kiss and added, "Then you shouldn't have come over to my house after without telling me." The entire internet then started to freak out after Chase then posted a since deleted photo from his notes app where he seemingly called out his friends and other influencers for their alleged infidelities. Charli then went on to call the singer out again after she took to her Instagram to say, "Stop deflecting your actions onto others because you can't take responsibility, Chase." On July 8th of 2020, Charli then took to her Instagram live to tell her fans that she and Chase had a very long talk and they just realized that they weren't right for each other. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Dove Cameron and Ryan McCartan. Once upon a time, Dove Cameron and Ryan were the ultimate Disney power couple. And if you're a Disney fan, then you know that the stars' relationship wasn't exactly pretty when their relationship came to an end. When Ryan accused Dove of cheating on him during a Q&A session with his fans, after a fan asked him what his proudest moment was, he would say, "Within 2 weeks, my fiance cheated on me and left me, and I almost passed away from food poisoning. I truly didn't think I would be able to make it through that part of my life. I'm proudest of the light that came from the darkness and my ability to survive and turn the anger and sadness I had into positive life changes and a new way forward." Ryan would then later talk about his relationship with Dove, and he would head to his Instagram account to say, "I think Dove and I fundamentally agree about our relationship with one another. We were young and immature, our relationship was dysfunctional, we were a bad match. She has made claims about me and about our past that I don't think are fair or even true, but she is entitled to her opinion." While the actor also claimed that he was also entitled to his own opinion, he then went on to explain that despite their rocky past, the two had no hard feelings between each other now. But talk about a messy breakup, and Disney definitely wasn't happy about this scandal, that's for sure. Starting off, we have Tiger Woods. Now, Tiger Woods was one of the best golfers in the world. His career was skyrocketing, but then it all came crashing down. Now, Tiger became engaged to Ellen Nordgren, a Swedish former model, in November 2003 and married in 2004. They had 2 children together, but in 2009, cheating scandal after cheating scandal was exposed with Tiger. More than a dozen women stepped forward claiming to have had affairs with him. When all was said and done, Tiger admitted to sleeping with multiple women, though it all started with one, Rachel Urschel. It was reported that Tiger allegedly had a months-long affair with the New York City nightclub host. Now, days and months following this report, more than a dozen women claimed in various media outlets to have had affairs with him. Now, he lied about everything before finally confessing to cheating in a televised statement. Now, Tiger confessed to sleeping with 120 women while he was married. Yeah, 120. Now, after 6 years of marriage, his wife Ellen divorced him, which makes a lot of sense. After the news broke, sponsors immediately cut ties with him, and he was out of tens of millions of dollars almost overnight. Now, he thought he could get away with it because he was Tiger Woods, but that all backfired as he was actually made an example of. Up next is Amy Robach and TJ Holmes. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes were co-hosts of Good Morning America 3, What You Need to Know, and they had worked together since TJ joined the show in the year 2020. Now, at the end of 2022, the Daily Mail published photos of the co-workers taken across several outings, from getting drinks at a New York City bar to loading up a car at a cottage upstate. Now, neither of the broadcasters immediately addressed the photos or revealed whether they had split from their respective spouses. Now, TJ had been married to his wife for 12 years, and Amy was married to her husband for 12 years as well. In January 2023, the couple decided to walk away from their positions as co-anchors after being caught in their affair scandal. A statement was released which read, "After several productive conversations with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes about different opinions, we all agree it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News. We recognize their talent and commitment over the years and are thankful for their contributions." Now, they have continued their relationship today and have actually started their own podcast together. Now, after they spoke about their relationship publicly for the first time, Page 6 broke the news that their exes were dating each other on December 5th, 2023. Sources said that the two had been dating for 6 months at that point after bonding over the traumatic experience of being cheated on. It turned into something else, and they're connected over their values. It's bigger than the affair now, one insider shared. They're not heartbroken and sad, everyone has moved on. Now, I guess this is a happy ending. I don't know though, losing your job over a relationship isn't a good thing at all. Moving on to Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan had a successful career when she was married to Dennis Quaid, but her girl next door image was completely ruined when rumors emerged about her cheating with her Proof of Life co-star Russell Crowe. Now, the tabloid frenzy affair was publicly perceived as the reason for her divorce from her husband of 9 years, Dennis Quaid, and led to a serious decline in her popularity. Now, Meg also denied that her fling with Crowe was the reason for the divorce, saying, "My marriage was breaking up long before it became a matter of public discussion." Years later, Meg blamed her own affair on Dennis, claiming that he was cheating on her throughout their entire marriage. She said, "Dennis was not faithful to me for a very long time, and that was very painful. I found out more about that after I was divorced." Now, regardless, Meg's career hit a wall. Her film Proof of Life bombed at the box office, and the Golden Globe nominated actor has had trouble getting back into the limelight. And now there's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger and his wife Maria Shriver had been married for 25 years when they announced that they were splitting up in 2011. Now, soon after the real reason for their split was revealed, Arnold had an affair with a woman who worked in their home, and she'd given birth to their son, Joseph Bena, 14 years earlier in 1997. Now, he kept that a secret for 14 years. What? Now, Arnold revealed the news to his wife after his time as governor of California came to a close. "After leaving the governor's office, I told my wife about this event, which occurred over a decade ago," he told the Los Angeles Times in 2011. "I understand and deserve the feelings of anger and disappointment among my friends and family. There are no excuses, and I take full responsibility for the hurt I have caused. I apologize to Maria, my children, and my family. I am truly sorry." Now, his son, who he kept a secret, Joseph, had a relationship with Arnold, and like his father, he is a bodybuilder. But now just imagine if all this came out when he was still a governor. Moving on to Ned Fulmer. Ned Fulmer was a member of the internet group called the Try Guys. Now, his main personality trait in the group was the "I love my wife" guy, but then in September 2022, he was exposed as a cheater. TikTokers posted photo evidence of what appeared to be Ned kissing one of his producers, Alex Herring. Now, fan also posted on Instagram a photo with her and Ned, captioning it that she saw Ned and Alex together at a Harry Styles concert at the beginning of September. Now, rumors and proof were gathered, and later, near the end of September, Ned confirmed that he had cheated on his wife and publicly apologized. Due to this being a work-related incident and the Try Guys losing a lot of money due to the scandal, Ned was kicked out. The Try Guys Twitter posted a message saying Ned Fulmer is no longer working with the Try Guys. As a result of a thorough internal review, we do not see a path forward together. We thank you for your support as we navigate this change. Now, it seems like Ned is back together with his wife now, but I don't think he'll be getting his career back anytime soon. Then we have Mel B. Mel B got married to Stephen Belafonte in 2007, and things went south. Now, they had one child together, and she filed for divorce in 2017 as she accused him of emotional and physical mistreatment, as well as having an affair with their nanny. Now, Stephen ended up marrying their nanny, and Mel accused him of engineering a sham marriage for their nanny so he could carry on their affair. Now, she had a tattoo of Stephen's name, and she had the tattoo cut off by a surgeon, and she required 13 stitches. Yeah, she didn't just get it removed, she got it cut off of her. She will now need a laser to minimize the incision scar, and she said, "I wanted the tattoo removed to help close the final chapter on a toxic relationship," which she said in December 2017. Then there's Ellen Nordgren. Perhaps one of the messiest cheating scandals ever has to do with Tiger Woods. Now, Tiger Woods was one of the best golfers in the world, his career was skyrocketing, but then it all came crashing down. Tiger became engaged to Ellen Nordgren, a Swedish former model, in November 2003, and they married in 2004. They had 2 children together, but in 2009, cheating scandal after cheating scandal was exposed with Tiger. More than a dozen women stepped forward claiming to have had affairs with him, and when all was said and done, Tiger admitted to sleeping with multiple women, though it all started with one, Rachel Erchtel. Now, it was reported that Tiger allegedly had a months-long affair with the New York City nightclub host. Days and months following the report, more than a dozen women, adult film stars, strippers, and escorts claimed in various media outlets to have had affairs with him. Now, he lied about everything before finally confessing to cheating in a televised statement. Tiger then confessed to sleeping with 120 women while he was married. Yeah, 120. Now, after 6 years of marriage, his wife Ellen divorced him, thank God, and Ellen rose above the fiasco though, as she first received a $100 million divorce settlement and later earned a psychology degree in 2014 from Florida's Rollins College. Moving on to Amy Irving. Steven Spielberg is a filmmaker who married actress and singer Amy Irving. Steven met Amy in 1976 when she auditioned for Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, after meeting her, he told his co-producer Julia Phillips, "I met a real heartbreaker last night. Although she was too young for the role, I met a real heartbreaker last night." Now, although she was too young for the role, she and Steven began dating, and she eventually moved into what she described as his bachelor funky house. They broke up in 1979, and it cost her the role of Marion Ravenwood in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which he had offered to her at the time. But then they reunited and they were married from 1985 to 1989. Now, somewhere in between, the couple reportedly drew up and signed a prenuptial agreement that outlined their income and property and limited how much Amy would walk away with should they divorce. Now, while this itself isn't surprising, the agreement was drawn up without lawyers present and was supposedly written on the back of a cocktail napkin. Now, the couple's relationship fell apart after the filmmaker began an affair with Kate Capshaw after meeting the actress on the set of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Now, in 1989, the couple divorced and they agreed to live near each other to share custody of their son, but Amy took Steven to court with the claim that the back of the napkin agreement was invalid because she did not have an attorney when they made the prenup. The court found in the actor's favor, ruling that under California law, Amy was entitled to half of his earnings from the 4 years of their marriage, which was an impressive $100 million. Next up is Jason Sudeikis. Jason Sudeikis is an actor, comedian, writer, and producer. He's best known for his roles in Ted Lasso, Where the Millers, and Horrible Bosses, and in 2011 he began dating actress and filmmaker Olivia Wilde. Now the couple became engaged in January 2013 and had a son and daughter. They broke up in the year 2020, and in April 2022, Olivia was in the midst of giving a speech to more than 4,000 movie executives about her film Don't Worry Darling when a woman approached her with an envelope. Now it was initially believed that she was being pitched a script, but that was wrong. She was being served custody papers by a process server for Jason. Then Olivia started dating Harry Styles, and that caused a whole other issue. Their nanny came forward and did an interview revealing personal details about the couple. Now the nanny claimed that Jason was out of control crying when he discovered text messages from Harry on Olivia's Apple Watch, and that he was crying to her about Olivia leaving. It was then said he was so infuriated and allegedly lashed out and chased after Olivia after she had prepared a salad for Harry with her special dressing. Jason then apparently went outside and laid under her car so she wouldn't leave. Yeah. And finally we have Britney Spears. Britney Spears exposed the heck out of her ex Justin Timberlake in her memoir. Now Britney dated fellow pop star Justin Timberlake from 1999 to 2002 and revealed in her memoir that she terminated her pregnancy when she became pregnant with Justin's child. It was a surprise, but for me it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much, I always expected us to have a family together one day. She wrote, but Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He says we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. She went on to describe the procedure as one of the most agonizing things I have ever experienced in my life. Also, it was an at-home termination, and she didn't go to a clinic because she didn't want anyone finding out, and she was alone when she did it. Now she also revealed that she knew Justin had cheated on her a couple of times throughout their relationship. She specifically referenced photos catching him with a member of a girl group All Saints in a car in London, and that one of her dancers told her that he had gestured towards a girl and said, "Yeah man, I hit that last night." Now there were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he'd slept around, she said. It was one of those things where you know, but you just don't say anything. Britney then went on to say that Justin later broke up with her over text, which she said left her devastated. He sent her 2 words, "It's over." Yeah, her writing about Justin made him look like a big jerk, and now the whole world knows it.
Starting off our list today, in the number 10 spot we have Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. On February 19, 2019, news would break and claim that Tristan Thompson had cheated on Khloe Kardashian with her sister Kylie Jenner's best friend Jordyn Woods. If the drama couldn't get any more messier, Jordyn would then, on March 1st, 2019, address all the allegations when she sat down with Jada Pinkett Smith for a tell-all interview on the Red Table Talk show. And in the interview she would say, "On the way out, he did kiss me. No passion, no nothing on the way out. He just kissed me. It was a kiss on the lip, but no tongue kisses. No making out, nothing." While the couple would later get back together, sadly it wouldn't be the first time that the basketball star has been caught cheating on the reality TV star, as back in March of 2018 the basketball player was also videotaped kissing another woman just days before his and Khloe's daughter was born. And let's not forget, when Khloe finally gave him a third chance, he would shock the world again after we found out that he cheated on Khloe for a third time in December 2021 after US Weekly confirmed that Marley Nichols welcomed a baby and the father was indeed Tristan Thompson. But I guess that's what happens when you date a man from Canada, as we aren't always as nice as you would think we are, because the world is lying to you. Number 9. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber first started dating in 2010, and from the start of their relationship, they were always off and on for around 8 years, with their relationship definitely being an interesting roller coaster ride, as one month they would be spotted packing on the PDA or walking hand in hand. The next moment, they would both be shading each other all over social media or in interviews, with many fans trying to figure out why the couple just wasn't getting along. We would all be left feeling pretty shocked after Selena Gomez's best friend Taylor Swift seemingly revealed that Justin Bieber once even cheated on Selena after she liked a super shady post about it on Tumblr. This would all happen after Taylor entered into a pretty public feud with Justin and his manager Scooter Braun. Taylor then went on to like a button on the post that read, "We haven't gotten to communicate our differences. You cheated on her best friend, then publicly sided with the man who made a revenge tape against her. Was she supposed to invite you over for tea? F out of here." Hey my little bobas, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel channel, so you never have to miss out on what we might just cover next. And trust me, you definitely don't want to miss the tea in the next video. Number 8. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson quickly became couple goals after they started dating in 2009. However, when rumors started to hit the web and claim that the Twilight actress had cheated on her then boyfriend with married Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Saunders, the internet would lose its mind and it would force Kristen to come out and issue a public apology for the scandal. In her apology, Kristen would then say, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm so sorry." In the beginning, the couple tried to work things out through the scandal and they stayed together, but after a year they realized they just weren't meant to be together and they decided to move on and call it quits, crushing all of our Twilight fantasies in the process. Number 7. Zayn Malik and Perry Edwards. At one point in life, we were all obsessed with Zayn Malik's and Perry Edwards' relationship. And then we would all be left feeling heartbroken in March of 2015 after rumors started to circulate online claiming that Zayn had cheated on the blonde beauty after he was pictured cozying up to a mystery girl. Zayn first tried to deny all the allegations by heading to his Twitter page to say, "I'm 22 years old. I love a girl named Perry Edwards, and there's lots of jealous F's in this world. I'm sorry for what it looks like." However, in August of 2015, just months after Zayn decided to leave his boy band group One Direction, fans would be devastated after he revealed that he officially called off his engagement to Perry. The Little Mix singer then later alleged that Zayn did in fact cheat on her after she released her song, "Shout Out to My Ex," and shortly after, Zayn would then jump into a relationship with Gigi Hadid, so maybe she was the mystery girl after all. Number 6. Louis Tomlinson and Eleanor Calder. Louis Tomlinson and Eleanor Calder were together for 4 years before they decided to break up in March of 2015, with reports at the time claiming that their breakup happened because the musician just had a hectic work schedule. People magazine would even report an inside source told them they tried really hard to make it work, but it was just impossible. He was always away for 9 months a year and they just grew apart. But apparently, this just wasn't the case. Just after the article was published, Louis would then be spotted kissing another girl in Thailand, and after the picture started to go viral, rumors quickly started to spread online, and in them, people would claim that Louis had cheated on the social media star. Louis would then later confirm that the rumors were true after he released various songs about the incident in his debut solo album, Walls, where he sang about hurting someone he loves, and it didn't take long for fans to prove that that person was in fact Eleanor.
Number 5. P. Diddy. The rap star Young Miami confirmed that she and Mr. Sean Combs P. Diddy are no longer together. The couple went public with their relationship in June of last year, but let everybody know that it wasn't exclusive. They said that at one point they were together every day of the week and basically lived together, letting the internet call it whatever they wanted. To double down on the claim, anytime that they've been asked if they're official, they must list the people they've been with outside of each other, like they're all alibis in a court case or something. This past year, the world was shocked when Sean welcomed his 7th child into the world with a woman named Dana Tran, while the pair had decided to keep things private. Apparently, this wasn't part of the deal. Miami has made it very clear that Sean is no longer a man in her life in any way, shape, or form. So, while Sean is stuck raising another baby and apparently dealing with some pretty harsh rumors right now, Miami will be sipping poolside, surrounded by her lovers. I feel bad for whoever has to clean that pool. Number 4. Avril Lavigne. This year's shocking reports hit the internet claiming Avril Lavigne had called off her engagement to Mod's son. TMZ's insiders claim that things had been on and off for a while as the couple tried to mend their romance, but then when they got in touch with the Karma Singers team, a rep declared that the last thing he heard was the couple had been engaged, and that was only 3 days prior, so anything else would be news to him. Avril had been spotted out and about with a man named Tyga, who she claims is just a friend, but the internet likes to gossip, so the headlines were Avril cheats on Mod's son. A week after his tour started and the news broke, he posted a series of photos on his Instagram making references to a broken heart and knowing there is a plan for everyone. He thanked his fans and then went dark. Since then, the two have been drenched in rumors, but the only thing that has been confirmed is they now reside in Splitsville. Number 3. Jesse Russell. Rutherford. When the news first broke of Billie Eilish and Jessie getting together, the internet drowned them in negative comments, calling to question why she was dating someone 10 years older than herself. To poke fun at this, the couple dressed as a baby and an elderly man on their first Halloween together, the type of thing that would become the norm in their lives. The couple were always spotted wearing matching clothes or outlandish outfits, even making their red carpet debut while wearing matching Gucci pajamas at the 11th annual LACMA Art and Film Gala. The couple were also known for their very public displays of affection. The PDA and inside jokes were the foundations of this relationship, and they seemed happy together until this past May, when the news broke the pair would be splitting up. Claiming it to be a mutual decision, it was later speculated that the split was due to Jessie getting busy behind Billie's back. Whether that spark just fizzled out or something darker has taken place, Jessie and Billie will be fine, and they'll find new people soon. So, look at that. Just look at these two side by side. They are goth king and queen. This man's eye tattoo is staring at me. Number 2, Lily Reinhart. Cole Sprouse and Lily met on the set of Riverdale in 2016 while filming the pilot episode for the series that finally ended after being the most confusing series of all time. I had to stop after season 3 because everyone started playing D&D and Stranger Things came out, so there you go. Anyway, they fell in love playing Jughead and Betty, having a relationship that lasted like 7 years, but in 2020, started to go downhill. They were plagued by cheating rumors. Things had apparently become heavy behind the scenes, according to Cole. Towards the end of that year, they confirmed the split online. However, this year, Cole spoke out about the breakup while having a cancer stick in the middle of an interview, claiming that he didn't want to get too deep into the topic, but that it was a mutual decision. Lily began receiving violent and threatening messages following the interview, as well as the end of the show. The past few weeks, rumors have been arising once more, and fans are becoming online detectives again to uncover the truth. And at number 1, Sebastian Leggett. This year, Becky G hit the 2023 iHeartRadio Awards red carpet without her engagement ring on. She attended the ceremony, at which she took home the award for Best Latin Pop Song of the Year for her and Karol G's collaboration Mammy. On Tuesday, March 27th, the same day her fiancé, Sebastian Leggett, seemingly confessed that he cheated on his girlfriend of 6 years on Instagram. He posted that over the previous few weeks, during a moment he deeply regretted, a 10-minute lap in judgment resulted in an extortion plot. The 30-year-old soccer player shared the information on his Instagram after a fan claimed to have proof that he was unfaithful to Becky G. The fan was claiming that Seb had a tryst with a woman while out at a club in Madrid last year. They allegedly had receipts of the affair, including videos, audio, text, and so much more. The relationship seems to have crumbled, with the latest being Becky is single and Sebastian is trying to figure out incognito mode on his phone.
And at number 10, Nick Lachey. Jessica Simpson revealed in her recent memoir that she had an emotional affair with Johnny Knoxville while married to Nick Lachey. In the memoir titled Open Book, she spoke about how she felt the emotional cheating was worse than physical, writing, quote, "To me, an emotional affair was worse than a physical one." She added that since she waited till marriage to do the deed, she finally realized that the emotional part mattered much more than the physical, and apparently Johnny and her had a much stronger emotional connection than her and Nick, stating that it was more of a betrayal to have that connection than to sleep with him. And at number 9, Dennis Quaid. Meg Ryan has admitted to dating Russell Crowe while she was married to Dennis Quaid, but says that they were both unfaithful in the marriage. In 2000, Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe starred in the movie Proof of Life. Then photos of the pair getting close on set emerged, and cheating rumors started swirling. Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid ended up divorcing, and Meg Ryan started officially dating Russell Crowe, although that relationship didn't last long and they split shortly after. Following the scandal, Meg Ryan told In Style, quote, "What wasn't in the story was the reality of my marriage for 9 years. Dennis was not faithful to me for a long time, and that was very painful. I found out more about that once I was divorced." The drama with the love triangle ended up derailing Meg's career, as the public couldn't just see her as the girl next door anymore. And at number 8, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian was actually on the last part of this list because sadly she's been cheated on a lot. During her marriage to Lamar Odom, the pair looked like a picture-perfect fairy tale, and Lamar treated Khloe like a queen on their TV show. But later it was exposed that Lamar had cheated on Khloe hundreds of times over their marriage. Lamar said that after he got with Khloe, hundreds of women came out of the woodwork and wanted to sleep with him, and he gave in to temptation. But he said that his one regret is cheating on Khloe. Quote, "If there's one thing I regret when I was married, it was having multiple affairs with different women. That wasn't the stand-up thing to do. I wish I could have kept it in my pants." The pair finalized their divorce in 2016, and the Kardashians supported him after his life-threatening OD. And at number 7, Ali Laundrie. While Mario Lopez was engaged to Ali Laundrie, he cheated on her, and their marriage ended only weeks after it began. The couple met in 1998 and dated for 6 years before getting married in 2004. But 2 weeks after the marriage, the pair got an annulment, and it was rumored that Lopez had cheated. Neither spoke about it for years until Lopez admitted that he did cheat on Laundrie, well at his bachelor party days before the wedding. He told Howard Stern, quote, "I figured at that point it was easier to ask for forgiveness. It's my bachelor party. We were going to have a good time. I was wrong for obviously lying, and I shouldn't have been in that position." He later admitted that he messed around with several women that weekend. The pair split and are now in other happy relationships. And at number 6, Nick Kokas. While Catherine McPhee was married to Nick Kokas, she was caught kissing her married Smash director, Michael Morris. So obviously that's incredibly messy. The pair ended up splitting because of the cheating, but in the end, Catherine says she doesn't have any regrets about the situation. She told Ocean Drive magazine, quote, "I got married really young and then divorced, and in the last couple of years, I felt like, wow, this is what I should have been doing when I was 20 instead of planning a wedding." She added that she learned deeply from her choices and she is happy to have strong influences in her life who will force her to look at her failures. Catherine is now married to David Foster and they have a child together. And at number 5, Jamie Bergman. Bones actor David Boreanaz was exposed for cheating in the worst way possible. He actually had to come forward and admit to cheating because he was being extorted by the woman he had the affair with. Apparently multiple infidelities took place in the marriage, and at a certain point he had to own up to it. He told people, quote, "I just want to be open and honest, I was irresponsible. I was associated with a woman who I was involved with and had a relationship with. She asked for money, I felt as though I was being blackmailed or there was some sort of extortion." After he admitted to the cheating, the pair did not split up and worked to try and get their marriage back on track. The pair are still together to this day. And at number 4, Brittany Cartwright. If you guys watch Vanderpump Rules, then you know about this disastrous cheating scandal. While Brittany and Jax were dating, cheating rumors plagued the couple. It didn't help that Jax was a proven cheater at that point already. The cheating was officially confirmed in season 6 of the show, when Jax admitted to hooking up with one of their colleagues, Faith Stowers. Brittany wasn't sure whether to stay with Jax at that point, but she told Us in 2018, quote, "I see him every single day making efforts and he's completely changed the way he treats me, the way he talks to me, the way he listens to me. Every single thing about our relationship is better." The pair later got married in 2019 and are still together. And at number 3, Cardi B. Cardi B and Offset are another celebrity couple that is constantly attracting cheating rumors. The worst was in 2017 when Offset was caught in bed with another woman in a video that went viral online. Cardi responded by saying this kind of thing happens to everyone and that she had no intention of leaving him. Then in 2018, the pair officially got married and then welcomed their first daughter, Culture. But their rocky relationship did not stop there. After more rumors of cheating, the pair split only a year after they got married. Cardi even filed for divorce. The woman that Offset was hooking up with at that time even apologized for her part in the mess. But eventually they got back together and just welcomed a second child together. And at number 2, Hillary Clinton. This was the scandal that rocked the political world and made everyone think differently of Bill Clinton. While Bill was in office, it was exposed that he had an affair with his White House intern Monica Lewinsky, who was 22 years old at the time. His political opponents took this opportunity and tried to get Bill to lie under oath so he would be impeached, and their scheme worked. When speaking about it at a televised conference, he famously said, quote, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." But this lie then caused him to get charged with perjury and obstruction of justice. Bill was impeached due to this debacle and removed as president. Even though Hillary was the laughingstock at the time, she stood by Bill. Hillary said, quote, "It was really hard, it was painful, and I was so supported by my friends just rallied around." And finally, number 1, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen divorced his wife Larsa Pippen in 2016 after 19 years of marriage because of allegations that she cheated. Apparently multiple sources confirmed that she was hooking up with the rapper Future. One insider said at the time, quote, "He found out about Larsa and Future and couldn't handle it," although after briefly splitting, they actually got back together 4 months later. But then 2 years after that, Larsa was the one that filed for divorce again. I guess the pair weren't able to work it out and realized that they were better apart.